What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Msss Anomalies channel. Guys, we're going to go back in sols. We're still going to be on Curiosity, but we're going to go back to Sol 23. That's going way back. So this was, I believe, was in August 29th, 2012. So almost 2 years ago. Now, and this is the picture you guys will get right here. This is it right here, and you can see right there, Msss Curiosity, and this is the left mass cam. A lot of people argue the point that the right is better, but here's the problem with right or left on these. Now, right usually, as a rule, is better. The problem with that is simply this: it's still manipulated. Now, I know you can start with better features or better quality, so it'll help bring out these anomalies, but it doesn't matter either way. I'm going to drag them out. So. Anyway, this is Sol 23. Now, I have had people say, well, or heard in videos, people say, well, keep in mind the picture quality, or it might be picture degradation because the camera, it's been up there for 2 years, almost 2 years. So you go, okay, I'll take that consideration, but this is Sol 23. What's the excuse? So, and of course you can see, I don't know if you guys noticed this, right off the bat, this can add a lot of contrast in this picture. As well as their grid pattern. In fact, they're starting to take this thing and starting to use this grid pattern more now. So it makes you wonder, what's the purpose of doing this? I mean, this was in Sol 23. We're already up to X amount of sols, and they're still using this. They're still pulling these every now and then. So what's the excuse for that? I would love to know what causes that and the reason why they're using it. But whatever. It doesn't really matter. So anyway, let me jump into the Photoshop here. Now, guys, I've told you like a lot of times, I don't know if they're using, let's say this is the high quality picture at one time. And then, of course, they do their work to it, man. They just go to town, blurring, throwing grid patterns over it, inverting, you name it, they do it to this picture. I mean, you can just see like like that blinds effect that Will likes to call it, which is a good way of putting it because it does look like a set of blinds only running vertically. Well, they have vertical as well too, but not that that really matters. But here's the thing: it's like they're just pulling out all stops, man. They're just going crazy with these pictures, and it started right from Sol 23. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and just use a lot of contrast as well as brightness. And we're going to blur it up and try to get rid of some of this pattern, though you won't get rid of a whole lot of it. I'm going to show you that, but I'm going to show you why I believe that this basic picture, even if you were to go back to this one, I'm going to do the full resolution. Yeah, that looks good. But what I'm going to do is, and I've said this, well, this is what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and just contrast it and brighten it and just go to town on this thing and show you guys what I can pull out. I'm not pulling anything special out of this thing. First, I'm going to go ahead and enhance this first, this actual photo, meaning non-inversion. And you're not going to see too much in there. I'm going to explain to you why. But there's some crazy things in this picture, too. Again, this is just left of that area, which was over here, that had that other big, huge building with a large tower. Looked like it fell down on its side. Well, this is just to the left of it. So if the other thing was real and this stuff is real, well, we're starting to see a pattern here. There's a lot more going on in this so-called mountain, which I've been saying all along, than what's, really meets the eye. So anyway, so let me jump in. Now, like I said, I'm going to try and enhance it real quick and see if we can't pop some of this, get through some of this contrast and some of this, you can see this right here. Look at it all. This grid pattern. Okay. Okay, so now you can see all of the grid. Look at that. That is just amazing, and it's all over this picture. So now you're going to try to figure out a way to try to get rid of it. Now, I have gotten rid of quite a bit of it, because I'm going to tell you what, this would be like, it would look like this all over the picture. So, what I'm going to try to prove to you guys, first of all, look at the lines that are in these pictures. Look at this, right here, almost in the center, off to the center. Straight down, over, down, up, and over. Another one right here, okay? And just to look at this, even faintly, there's something coming down from here. This so-called other mountain, there's like a hole here with something coming down over here. Just look at the lines. And I don't know if you guys notice this, but check this out. This is what I mean by they ghost out stuff and they just invert. And they just go, oh my God, they go retarded on these pictures just to block whatever's in there. But they want to show actual pictures of Mars. Yeah, okay. All right. So you got this weird manipulation here and just some crazy things. But look at right down here. You can see some straight lines running. There's some other things right here that just don't... I'm wondering if they're doing like a multiple layer picture. Like, let's say this is the high quality picture to begin with. But what they do is they'll take like another picture, the same thing, they'll invert it and toss it on top of it. Or whatever. But what I want to show you guys too is like right there you'll see some kind of weird it looks like white right here. Watch this. See that right there? There's like white right there, and it's actually white over here and over here. This is all manipulation. All of this crap is all manipulation. There's actual shit here laying here. Excuse my French, but that's, it is what it is. Right here. Now, it just looks like a bunch of just lines laying in the dirt. Or is it? Okay. So now I'm going to invert this because I want to show you guys some crazy things. Now, don't get me wrong. It took a lot of hard work to get through this manipulation to try to see if there's anything in here at all. Now, don't get me wrong. I've looked at many pictures. Didn't see squat. Not a thing to see. Just move on. But I wanted to also show you this before I do that. Look at this way up here at the top. Almost like this weird building. Top right. Looks like this weird building with something that looks like round and round. Let's do this. You can't really see it right there. See that? Right there. See how it's a little bit smoother now right there and here? See that? There's some other little like straight walls and then coming down. Now, of course, we got a stitch right here. This is two pitches put together. But right here. Now, look you don't really see that stitch. See that? You don't see it. You don't know there's two pitches right there. But there are. Now, when I do try to sharpen it up a bit, like I said, you can see these like right here, these patterns in here, as well as down in here. Okay. Let's jump to this here. First, I'm just going to invert it. I'm going to jump out just a hair bit. Okay. Now, this is inverting the picture. Now, you're probably not going to notice anything right away, but I'm going to just let you take just a once over on this. Now, some people go, well, I'm not seeing it. There's nothing really there. But I'm going to show you a couple things that really stand out. And then you got to pay attention to the little things. Because most of these are little things. I believe there's a lot of buildings, structures, and everything in this picture. And when you really start to think in a 3D way, that's when things start to pop. That's when you start. When you think 2D, you don't think nothing of it. You got to think of 3D. Okay. Now, I'm going to darken this up a little bit. Okay. Check this out. We're going to go from the middle right here. I'm going to jump right in. It looks like it has areas right here, as well as things in the middle of it. See this right here? Boom. Boom. Okay. That white thing is over here now, but now because it's inverted, it's now, blackened out. But check these lines out. Line. Boom. 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 Okay. Check this thing out. This is actually protruding off the side of this. It looks like it's coming out, and there's a huge support right here. See that? And it has like an area cut out for it, like almost like a landscaping type thing. See that? Now, if we were to go back and just go into the docket area, it's right there. And because it's right there, there's the post, and there it is right there. It's round, square right here. And as my buddy Christian said, it looks like a pair of binoculars. It has these two round areas at the end. But there it is. And it comes down. Now watch, keep your eye on that same area right here. Watch this. It's right there. So, okay. So now you got to pay attention to the small things. This looks like a city to me. There's just, look at this. Like it looks like a large set of stairs in front of a big building or something right there. 1, 2, 3. Look at these little, like right here. Now, a lot of this has got these vertical lines in here. That's just manipulation. So you got to try to look between and beyond that. It has what looks like either little buildings or little features of something else. And it has these rectangular openings. I don't know what this thing is, but there's something right there. Now it starts a really bizarre area. This is pretty cool stuff here. Check this out. Looks like this long tunnelway of some kind of weird tunnel. And you can see where they colored it. Like this was all fine, and then all of a sudden, just like right here starts like it's all darker. See that? And you've got what looks like buildings right here. I'll lighten this up just a hair bit. Right there. It looks like it has something going over to this one. Comes down like this there. See that right there? 1. Looks like it's got right here. There's something joining that from there to there. This comes down. Looks like 2 white buildings, and you got this weird, looks like a tunnel or some sort going into this mess over here. And of course, you can see this weird thing coming up and over. And whatever's under there, can't make it out. But there's a lot of stuff in there, guys. Right here. Here's that other piece right here. Now, look at this. Now, in some ways, it doesn't look like it's inverted. See it right here? And it has this weird, funky shape to it right here. This doesn't look like it's in nature or natural at all to me, guys. And here's that weird tunnel. Check this out. It's right there. Now, you don't know if they did this rest of this white or the rest of this dark. I mean, it's hard to tell. But looking at this thing, it looks like, it doesn't look like a rock. And like I said, you got this protruding out over here. Okay. Now, you got to look at all of the other smaller things in here, too. Look at this stuff right here. And you can see a lot of 90-degree angles. You can see just others. You got to look, like I said, there's a lot of manipulation in here, and you really got to get through it. But like I said, look at this little, I don't know, looks like some kind of weird support coming off the side of this thing. Again, it looks like some kind of oval piece here. Okay, right down here. See that? It's just a faint line, but it's there. Right here. And it looks like it comes down off of this other piece here. Now, I don't know what this is. And like I said, it's hard to tell sometimes because you don't know if they're really manipulating the crap out of this thing, if they're inverting it, some parts, and some parts they're not. Here's another crazy thing I just thought of, and this was neat. Because I didn't see this until I was like, whoa. Watch this. This area here. Nothing there. Just a few lines, right? Maybe it's just the manipulation. Okay, let's go. Pay attention to this area right here. Now I'm going to... Okay. You go, okay, I'm not seeing it. 3D. Think 3D. Check this out. It looks like a rooftop of some weird thing. Has this line right here. Something here. Comes down. Comes down. It literally looks like a building. And it's got a nice smooth area in front of it. Got this here going on. There's something right there. This is another thing. Let me just back out a little bit. Something right here that's cylindrical. I don't know what that is. But you can see something right here with a 90-degree angle. Right here. Boom, boom. Comes down. Something comes up and over and then down. But check this out. Whatever this is, it has something connecting to it. Like some kind of weird... Looks like a pipe or cylindrical thing coming out of that. We were kind of laughing at this. Christian and I were laughing about this. If you were to tilt your head to the left and picture this being attached to a wall, looks like the old Mayan games. If you guys are familiar with the Mayans, they used to have one of these like holes, and they'd play like a football or a soccer type thing. And this thing would be like 20, 25 feet off the ground. And the players, like I said, again, if this was attached to a wall right here, you know, the players would be way down here. And what they do is they kick the ball into here, so it would go boom and out through it. And obviously the guys that lost, it was a bad day for them because they all got beheaded. So it was a real bad thing. But anyway, we're kind of laughing about that there. But just, there's a lot of shapes in here, guys. Look at this underneath here. There's like these all kinds of, now some of it's just scribbled out junk, and that's okay. But check this out. Boom, boom, boom. Something round in there. Another thing here. Looks like 1, 2 separations. Something right here. Just look at the little details. Now, not everything is something. That's obvious. A lot of it is just manipulation. But check this thing out. There is like a smooth ground in front of it. There's literally nothing in front of it. Look at this. See all this mess? You look anywhere in the lower right. It's just a bunch of mess. Look at it. Smooth. Nothing there. So it makes you wonder what this is. It looks like some kind of weird caving thing or some kind of weird thing. Oh my God. This thing is just absolutely loaded with things in it. And there's something else in here. You can just see there's something in this. Now, I can't make out what that is, but I'm sure they'll make another mistake, or we'll find out what that one is. But, okay. And like I said, you can just see these weird areas where it has something in it. There's something right there. Looks like some kind of weird something coming out of this. This is round, and it's squarish right here. And then it has these 2 openings, like, protruding out. Like, this is 3D. And it's popping out from the rest of this. And look at it. Like I said, it's got this support and this rounded area right here. Now, I'm going to throw some color into it. Back out just a hair. And you can just see that. And you got this weird tunnel type thing going maybe into this piece. You can see something there. I don't know what that is inside here. See that? Has this round hole and has this... Almost looks like the old trolleys. You know what I mean? Got that weird rectangular shape to it. Let's see if we can zoom in, see if we can see this a little bit better. Right there. It's like a length of it here, up and over, comes down. I mean, it looks like just a pile of junk laying there. I don't know. But we'll just lighten it up a little bit. And then we can see this a hair bit better. But check this out, too. I didn't know if you guys noticed this, but this right here, there's something right here, comes down, all the way down, and it looks like it has a leg and another leg right here, and goes up, and does the same thing on this side. Just the little details alone. Like I said, you got to look through all of this blinds kind of thing, this darkened area. You can really see they went to town to try to block this stuff out. Clearly, they're trying to block this stuff out. Okay. Back out a little bit. Like I said, this is what caught my eye the biggest. Right here. And this right here. On the left. But this is clearly, there's a bunch of stuff in here. I mean, it's just... And like I said, if we were to do this, you don't see it. Why is it more naturally inverted? If it was nothing but a bunch of, and I like to call this stuff digital spaghetti. This stuff that's all over the ground, it just looks like a bunch of curly cues and all kinds of just, it looks like spaghetti, digital spaghetti. You don't see this in normal pictures. You really don't. But look at this. It's just a bunch of crap all over the picture. Okay. Even when I sharpen it, like I said, you can see this right here, a little bit right there. Something there, but... And then when you do this, everything just pops. Everything just looks like it. Look at this. There's something right there. Looks like some kind of weird octopus kind of thing going on. But look at this. Lines and stuff right here. Round pieces. Stuff that's connected to each other. And look at this. It looks like, just like I said, there's buildings right here. And of course, we don't know the size of this. We have no idea as far as perception. This is supposedly supposed to be, you know, like I said, where the rover was started off at, to the end, which is supposed to be somewhere up in here. Is supposed to be 10 miles away. And I've already told you how I feel about that. I think that's a bunch of BS. There's other things standing up right here. I don't know if you can see that, but well, that might be just part of the manipulation right there, I can tell, because it kind of looks like a bunch of this other crap. But like I said, look beyond that. Back out. And you get to see, even there's something else right there. I just noticed that too. Well, right there, there's something else coming down from there on this side, coming down into this area. So whatever this stuff is, it doesn't look like, guys, it doesn't look like it's just simply nothing else. I mean, there's something there. You can see this is almost like rounded hair, straight line hair, corner, comes down, corner, corner. Looks like a set of steps. And there's something that looks like cylindrical right there. I don't know if you guys can see that right here. Well, maybe it's not, but it kind of looks like right there, going across and then down. There's something you can see where they manipulated this hair to try to block it out. This is all black, and you can just see like this bunch of crap, like they just kind of like just went like this and just took it out. But you look at these small details in here on the ground itself, and you'll see a bunch of little things in here. And like I said, I like to use the color filtering because it kind of tones this down and then makes the line stand out just a hair bit better. See how like it just kind of, I mean, you can see it really good like this. See this weird like piping stuff coming off of this. I mean, it looks like a city to me. It doesn't look like just absolutely nothing. It doesn't look like rocks. This here, I don't know if you guys will see this. Right here, almost looks like it's got a set of windows and goes across. Now, there's no way to tell if these are separations or if this is nothing merely than the vertical manipulations, but it looks like it has this weird, and it's perfect. Look at the way it just kind of goes down, rounded around this corner, stops, corner, and it goes over to here. And when you invert this and really check this out, it looks like another building. See this right here? And it kind of slopes down. This looks like a rock right here. But look at the way that is too. Look, it comes up, goes over, up, over. This has been manipulated as well. So there's a lot of crazy things. Look, you can see it now a little bit clearer. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's something else. And you can just look very carefully. There's some rectangular openings. There's one there and one there. Guys, this stuff is insane. And I'm going to tell you what, it took a lot to drag this stuff out. But here it is. You guys give me your take on it. I mean, I'm going to back out a little bit. Here's our tunnel looking thing. It goes all the way into this area. What looks like buildings in the front there. I don't know what to make of this thing. It almost looks like the front of a trailer truck. This right here, like this roof thing right here, comes over to here. In fact, I'm going to jump right back into it. I'm going to lighten it up a little bit right there. Okay, 1, 2. It looks like there's something in front of it. Almost looks like like a Mack truck kind of thing front end. But I'm not saying that's what it is. It just kind of gives me that impression of it. Some weird cylindrical thing here. Let me just back out a little bit. Guys, what is that? I'm going to smooth it out. And it actually has details on it. You can actually see the detail in this thing a little bit. But there's things clearly in this picture. You guys can, if you guys see something different that I don't see, let me know. I'm just seeing things here that are just not rocks. They look like things that are just sticking out, and it looks like just parts of a city. This down here, that's not something that's typically found with perfectly squared areas. It looks like 3 squares sitting right there. Right there, 1, 2, 3. This comes down over. Nice squared off area right here. You give me your take on it, guys. I'd be curious to think what you guys see, or like to find out what you guys see or what you think, because clearly isn't rocks. And again, this guys, this is just from the left of the other large structure with the large tower. Looks like it's fallen over. I just found that that's just on the side of this. It would be, well, it'd be like right over here. So now we're looking at this here. And like I said, we try to look past all of this vertical gray striping crap and just look right here. And think, yeah, you got to think kind of like a 3D kind of thing, because, like I said, this right here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. And neither did that. Tell me what you guys think. I just think this is insane. This is absolute stuff that has been, it's here. They're going out of their way to block it. Like I said, when you got these weird things standing up right here, coming down, it has like a leg to it, another leg to it, comes back up. All it has this weird, like rounded feature kind of coming up and then back down the same way. And then it has this other piece. It looks like it's protruding out of the rest of this, with a, looks like a support holding it up. And you get like, it looks like a perfect round, like somebody cut it out there and it's like on their grounds. It's like landscaping. And this comes out right out from underneath this, right into here, into this mess over here. So God knows what this stuff is, and like I said, this stuff over here. But there is plenty of stuff in here, guys, to take a look at. I promise you. This is just, I mean, take this picture for yourself. Really dig into this picture. You got to dig, because you're not going to find this stuff. It's not a simple contrast and brightness. It takes multiple times to do that, and try to blur it and sharpen and till you find out to really pull this stuff out. So, guys, give me your take on it. Let me know what you think. You know, I'm hoping to do a lot more pictures like this, because there's stuff 1,000% not only in curiosities like this one here. I just noticed this right here. Look at this, another rounded piece, something going across, something coming down right there. So there's a bunch. Just look at the little features, just little things. And picture these like little buildings, or heck, they could be vehicles. They could be anything for all I know. I clearly don't know, because I'm just making, and of course I've always told you guys this is pure speculation, because there's no way of telling whether this stuff is the real deal or not, meaning if they are in fact there or not. But I'm seeing it. I'm seeing things that just clearly don't belong here. But let me know, guys. Give me your take on it. I've got another one, like I said, I didn't do it. I jumped the gun on this one. I actually did this one before. I wanted to do the south end, which is with me and the guys called Mount Twinkie, because it looks like a Twinkie laying on the very southern end of this so-called mountain. And yeah, it's just kind of crazy. There's stuff down there that actually has, it looks like windows and stuff like this on this huge mountain parts and stuff like that. And like I showed you on the last video, the one that I think it was Proof of Intelligent Life on Mars, it actually had in the mountain, it had like shapes to it, like it had windows and stuff like that. How does a rock, a natural forming rock or mountain, do that? Doesn't make any sense. But you guys give me your take. And like I said, I got that one coming up pretty soon, probably tomorrow. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Here's the normal picture. Yeah. And this is the normal enhanced picture. And here is our, just do it step by step. Normal, enhanced normal. And like I said, if you look at just the marks right here, what would they be if they were inverted? Doesn't look like too much is going on here until you invert. Suddenly, in a 3D kind of way, you can see these things just popping out. And like I said, what you're seeing is actual things that are in between the manipulations. That's why you go, why does this look like a total mess? Like, I don't know, like in a certain area, you go, why does this look like a mess here? But then you can see things like this popping out. Well, because you're seeing in between the really, really hardcore manipulations. So, with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. Always appreciate you guys watching. You guys know that. This is the reason why I do it. And that's it. So, guys, let me jump out. Do appreciate you watching. It's always appreciated. You know that. Anybody who has been just jumped on recently on board, which a lot of you have, and I do appreciate that. Go to my home channel. Check out the channels down below in my friends list. They're the Mars team. You'll see, you know, more and more of them get on there. The ones that I believe that are doing an honest to goodness go of it, so to speak. Now, you guys don't have to always agree with what we say this stuff is. That's fine. But is it natural or naturally occurring? Just keep that question, the bottom question in your mind. Is it natural or naturally occurring? That's all you got to do. Now, you guys might come up with something I didn't even see. Let me know. Anyway, guys, again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next pick.